What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Live, and I'm back out here with another legendary video. And in this video, man, we're gonna talk about the new update that dropped on PC yesterday, and it's coming to console as well. These are the new PvP changes to balance PvP, and hopefully everybody can be happy, man. Make sure y'all drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button. If this video receives over 100 likes and over 50 comments, I will give you guys 2 mechs on a random server. All right, so they buffed a bunch of things and they also nerfed a bunch of things. So we're gonna get into all these things, and I really want to see what you guys think about it, man. So make sure you leave a comment down below. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the Bloodstalker update. Alright, so they reduced the piercing damage from 85% to 65%. Players grappled now get a 20-second immunity buff from being webbed by the Bloodstalker. Again, no longer unequips players' melee weapon when webbed. Okay, that's actually pretty OP that they are giving people a 20-second window after you get picked. All right, that's pretty insane. I think the window now is like 8 seconds or 10 seconds or something like that, so they're doubling that window. Also, they are allowing you to keep your melee weapon out when you're getting eaten, which is, to me, the biggest nerf of the whole nerf, is because, like, if you pull somebody in with the Stalker and they have their weapon out, there's a high chance they'll be able to break that web and hit the Stalker, and you won't be able to get the kill. All right, the penetration from 85 to 65, to be honest, we probably needed that. The Stalker was already insane. Like, ball bags got some crazy stats that you're getting 2-tapped. So instead of getting 2-tapped now with those same Stalkers, you'll probably be getting 5-tapped, maybe 6-tapped. Either way, there's a high chance that you're still gonna die by great stat Stalkers. Alright, so the next dino we're going to talk about is the Wyvern. Alright guys, they reduced the Wyvern's HP gain per level by approximately 20%. They also reduced the armor penetration on the Lightning Wyvern beam attack by approximately 20%. They buffed the Fire Wyvern's right click attack by approximately 30%. They also prevented the Void Wyvern from performing a right click attack unless mounted by a rider. So last but not least, they are allowing everyone to be able to net the Lightning, Poison, and Fire Wyvern. That's pretty OP. Poison Wyverns will be getting shot out the sky. So will Lightning Wyverns, and it's a fat nerf. Alright, you can't net Void Wyverns, so Void Wyverns will reign supreme. Plus, they will have the dismount feature. They will just reign supreme. Alright, about the 20% health reduction, I'm not sure if that really matters. Wyverns get melted anyway because they don't have saddles. Them nerfing the armor penetration of the Lightning Wyvern is pretty OP. Alright, so now when you have a bear, you should be able to get that punch off and still survive. Alright, that's pretty crazy. The Wyverns needed a little bit of changes, and looks like they finally came through for us. Let's see what kind of PvP we get out of the Wyverns now. So here's the dino we got next. It's the Noglin, man. And I really love the Noglin. I was hoping that they didn't touch it, but it looks like Plant X will be able to shoot Noglins now. And also, Noglins will take reduced damage from Plant X when attached to a player. Alright. So I'm not sure if that really matters about those two things. Nobody really uses Plant X anymore. So maybe this might bring Plant X back into play. But I don't see what's the difference. I mean, having a Velo or a Stalker on aggressive, or even a couple Gigas on aggressive, usually take care of a Noglin. But they thought we needed a little bit more help with the Noglin, and they brought in the Plant X, man. Alright, so let me know in the comment section if that was the buff or nerf or whatever you was thinking was going to happen to the Noglin, and how you feeling about that, man. Let's get into it. So next up, we're going to talk about this net ammo situation. Looks like they increased the durability of the Harpoon. So when you shooting those nets, that harpoon gun will break a lot faster if it's prim. And prim is pretty much what everybody using right now. All right. Cost per net fired increased by approximately 250%. Now that is a nerf. All right. Guys gonna have to make a lot of harpoon guns or get a good blueprint and have a high level ascendant or even a journeyman, or you know what I'm saying, something better. The primitive net guns just won't do it anymore. Also increase the weight of the ammo from 0.2 to 2.0. Like, that's pretty toxic. The fact that they made that ammo heavier and they also increased the durability by that much per shot. The nets are still OP, all right? Because you can still net stegos, you can still net quetzals, you can still net all the dinos. That's really annoying. So the nets are still OP, but they definitely making it a little bit more tedious to use nets and carry nets. Hopefully we won't see a bunch of bobs walking around with 50 nets anymore and 60 nets, because the weight would just be pretty OP, all right? So definitely, man, I want to hear what you guys feel about this net situation down in the comment section. Let's get into the next topic. So this next dino we about to talk about has been in the game since ARK started, and it just received the buff a few months back, and I thought that buff would have changed the game for it, but this buff right here 100% will change the game. All right, you got the Mammoth, and pretty much when you got a Mammoth on the battlefield and you got that buff, you cannot be dismounted. All right, that is pretty OP. Also, the Mammoth War Drummer now gets 40% damage mitigation. All right, so the guy that's drumming is taking a lot less damage, man. So to that random guy that has been raising mammoths and breeding mammoths and health mutating mammoths, I guess your prayers has finally been answered. Mammoths will be one of the most needed dinos on the battlefield now. It allows ARK to ignore all of the dismount complaints, because they would just say, get yourself a mammoth, get a main mammoth rider. All right. Shout out to the Mammoth Man. It's back into play. This buff right here will make them important. Make sure y'all start mutating and grinding those mammoths. I'm pretty sure my tribe will. Let me know in the comment section if you appreciating this mammoth buff, man. So we about to get in some of these random notes here. There's a couple changes they made in ARK, and I want to discuss a few of them here with you guys. All right, so they increased the slots on the industrial grinder from 60 to 120. That's POG. All right, they expanded the tech cloner register range by 3x. That's POG. All right, reduced tech surveillance console stack size from 100 to 5. I don't even know what that is. The display HUD with your tech gloves is displaying player location and upload timer. That sounds pretty OP. All right, that sounds pretty nuts. They increased the Magmasaurus smelting output by 100%. The Bob's gonna be going crazy with that. Can a Bob even get a Magmasaurus? Never mind. Enabled auto harvesting on the Ankylosaurus. So would you could just leave the Anky there and just let it just, bro? That I don't know what that means. Ankys are like literally has no weight. So how is auto harvest? I'm just lost right now, chat. Anyway, let's just move on. Enable the breeding of rock drakes. Great. Now all the meshers are gonna be breeding their babies and having imprints on them in the mesh. All right. Enable breeding on snails. Like, why would we need to breed snails? I hope that all you guys that are breeding snails can't claim them because they're so small. They fixed some exploits. Okay, you fixed some exploits. Okay, that's cool. Fix the bug where tech striders and mechs would not regain health in stasis. Yes, I know about that. That's annoying. Every time I'm trying to heal my mech, it would not let me heal it. Thank you. Fix that. Fix the bug where mech modules would lose their ability when released from cryopod. That's toxic. All right. Admin commands, they don't care about that. Fix the bug where it caused plant Z's to no longer heal dinos. Okay, that's fixed. Something about soap and textures, we really don't care about that. And they fixed the bug where cosmetics on the Shadow Mane would not retain their color. Well, that would be toxic. I put a costume on my Shadow Mane, now it's not even the color I had. Yeah. So pretty much all that stuff sound OP. The Industrial Grinder needed a buff. I'm pretty excited about that. The tech clone is by far the best thing that they ever done out of all of this stuff I just read. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys been cloning on that tech cloner like us, you know it is super annoying. You would literally have to put the tame in the right perfect spot or it would not read it, all right? And you could sit there for about 5 minutes trying to find that spot. So that's definitely super pog. And the thing about checking your upload timer and stuff like that, that's insane, all right? How many people been losing stuff when they upload because, you know, they can't just check their timer quickly? Like, that's pretty OP. Let me know in the comment section how you guys feeling about that. I'm pretty excited about those patches, man. But let's get into the next thing that they changed in ARK Survival Evolved. So the next dino up that we're going to discuss is the Shadow Mane. All right, they reduced the range stun attack by 20%. That's a nerf right there. All right, increase the holding spacebar jump distance by 20%. So pretty much they just nerfed how far you can jump, and now they just buffed it again. So flyers, you're not safe. Reduce how many targets the Shadow Mane can chain stun when right click is held to 7 from 15. So Shadow Mane was able to stun 15 targets. Okay, ARK, I think even 7 needs to be nerfed. All right, increase cooldown for teleport attack from 4.5 seconds to 15 seconds. That's a nerf. And each target added increased cooldown by 2 seconds rather than 1 second. Wow. Increase the length of the immunity buff after a player has been stunned by the Shadow Mane from 30 seconds to 50 seconds. That's pog. Reduce the passive creature armor from 124 to 80 and reduces its armor gain per level by 35%. Alright, so all my Shadow Mane lovers, man, y'all are not down bad. Y'all still have a chance to be gods out there, man. Stay positive. Don't worry about the negativity that I just read to you, and understand that the Shadow Manes will still be beast. I'm curious to see how you guys feel about this Shadow Mane nerf / buff in the comment section, man, especially about the Bloodstalker and the Shadow Mane. Get you guys opinions on that. Really would be dope. Alright, so next up we're gonna discuss this new global stun immunity buff. Alright, the following dismounts will now respect an overriding dismount immunity buff when the effect is created by any of the following creatures and items. Thank God the Bloodstalker is not on there. Void Wyvern, Shadow Mane, Net Gun, Flashbang. Alright. So pretty much they added this new buff that it just works with all maps for these dinos no matter what. If you get dismounted by any of those dinos right there, or the Net Gun or the Z, you get an immunity buff. Alright, you can run around and you cannot be netted again. That's pretty weird for the Net Gun, because what happens if your tribe mate nets you? Can you not be netted by the enemy? I'm pretty sure they won't tweak it to that point, but it probably will still keep you safe if your tribe mate nets you. It's just something to think about. How I feel about that is, I guess it's OP. They just have to address the dismounting. That's really having people crying and not really enjoying the game. So the fact that they came out with all of these new ways to combat against dismounting should keep everyone happy for the time being. But ARK, you guys know, man, the real thing we need you guys to work on. We'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. But we got one more thing that I want to talk about that has been needed for so long in this game that they finally have done. And I'll save the best for last. So the last of the notes, and we ended here with preventing Exomech from filling turrets that have recently been fired. All right, that was pretty OP that Exomechs could do that. Didn't know that. They patched that. All right, they also increased the Megalo's damage with the nighttime buff by approximately 25%. All right, so Ab just got a little bit more dangerous. Megalos only really reign on Ab, and I truly like this last patch. They increased the tech turret HP by 100%, and pretty much what that means is the damage of the tech turret will be able to take a lot more damage. I think right now it's like 3,000, and it might be like 9,000 or 10,000 now. All right, because the tech tappy's been reigning supreme on tech turrets for far too long, and it's just way too easy to blitz towers and blitz anything with tech turrets on it. Once you use tech on tech, it breaks really quick. Now in caves, the tech turrets will still get melted, but they won't get melted as quick anymore. So cave PvP will be a little bit more tedious. So I haven't done a video like this for ARK in a while. I'm pretty much gonna add this into the resume as far as new updates and patch and community crunch type information. All right, a lot of you guys been watching me now for a couple months. If I can bring you guys updated news about the game that we all love, I will. I appreciate all y'all for supporting me and supporting the channel. I'm back out here tomorrow with another banger, man. As long as you guys rocking with me, I'm gonna keep rocking with y'all, man. Make sure y'all drop a like on the video if y'all trying to win that mech. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you want more content, bangers for ARK Survival Evolved, PvE and PvP. And also make sure y'all hit the post notification bells so you guys know when I drop a video and when I go live. It's your boy Live, back to the lab, back to creating. I'm gone.